I hate the game's suspension wheels. Look at this. This is going to be so hard for any larger vehicle to climb over, and it's like straight through the middle of the map. So, I have a better idea. Rather than like, I don't know, helicopters or like, move around it, I want to try to make some sort of active suspension system. Specifically, I saw that there is a property of feet that somehow can sense how high above terrain they are. Can I use this to essentially probe the terrain to figure out what the terrain is like at each of the wheels, and therefore just the suspension so it perfectly smooths itself out? 1.5, it does. And so it's from the center. Important, it seems to be from the center of the block. Yeah, 1.5. So it is from the center of this block to the ground. Noted. So we can extend this out up to 2 meters. But when it's at 0 meters, we're down, alright, we should be up 1, 2, 3, 4.5, right? Right around there. So 4.5 will be our base gap. Alright, that's A, B... C and D. Below? C? C? My keyboard's broken. My keyboard does not seem to be, working. Wait, now I can't hit escape. Oh. I'm throwing up. I'm over. I'm through with it. It's janky-ass keyboard. Average Corsair keyboard. Fuck this. Alright, now I need to do a little bit of math. Alright, I've done my math. I've perhaps done... Anyway, there's now this nice demonstration. You can see each of these colors corresponds to a wheel, the arrow being how far its suspension wants to go out. So it's got a max suspension of 2, and then we can tweak exactly how high or how far above the ground each one of these probes is. So therefore, even though they're all well above the ground, they're all about level, so they're all the same height. One of these kind of goes out a little bit. This one's closer to the ground, meaning these ones have to go further down to compensate because they're farther away from the ground. If one of these is like way off the ground, it'll start to scale the other ones down so that they're roughly equal to each other. Yeah, and it also counts for pitch and roll. I fear most of this video may be off-camera math that I did, but I didn't want to do this on camera because I think it'd be boring. So using the distance between the axles and the pitch and roll, we find the offsets. So like, this is the offset of the front or back wheels due to pitch. This is the offset of the right or left wheels due to roll. Do we want this to have no spring length? Why not? Alright. Now, we should be equalized, actually. It's kind of balancing itself for pitch and everything, but... Oh, God. Oh, no, if it's extending too quickly and it's causing it to bounce. Alright, so now we're actually using a PID to control it, meaning it should be a lot smoother. So now it should smoothly fix, so it shouldn't bounce. Why are you still bouncing? Ooh. Oh, this is actually very nice. Look at how smooth it rides. Even though there's like barely any suspension and it's super smooth. I think if we make it like a little bit more aggressive. Look at that. You could not get that kind of like spread with normal suspension, and it's at 0 pitch, 0 roll. It's like perfectly balanced. That's actually huge. This is really cool. Maybe I'm more excited about this than y'all are, or than I should be, but look at that! I got active suspension working. Oh, and man, it's really not very smart. The game engine does not like, you know, it pushing up. You know what? I almost wonder if giving it max 2 meters of spring length would help this. Because it can offset itself by a jump of up to 2. So therefore having enough spring length to eat that 2-meter jump would be great. Oh, and it starts to smooth out. It's dropping, so that's okay. Oh, hell yeah! And it's completely ignoring, or it's not ignoring, it's taking into account pitch and roll to balance them out better. For reference, let's just turn this off. Oh, and it's kind of like flopping. Notice how it's rolling a lot more. It's like flopping and rolling so much more harshly. Yeah, no, that is way, way less smooth. Are we... It's sitting around 25 meters per second. I wonder if this makes it any faster. No, it's about the same. Now, I do wonder if we move these wheels forward, will it work a little bit better because it's kind of predicting? Actually, so what if we put an extra foot in front of this? Just like right in front of these feet. And that was how we're going to measure it while it's moving. Depending on how fast we're moving, we're going to lerp between the value of the front probe versus the back probe. Alright, so now the faster it goes, the more it wants to like look at this, to the point where if it's 30, it's looking at only this number. So now it should be a little bit smoother when it's at higher speeds. It's gonna start adjusting 2 meters before it should be there. Oh, we're actually getting like higher speeds than we originally were. All right, that looks so much nicer, but what if we just make it really, really long? I have an idea. We'll just use pistons. All right, and we're just changing this to use the piston now. All right. All right, it's working pretty well. I think, here, let me make sure it's at its full velocity. All right, and it's nice, but we can go higher now. We shouldn't, but we can go higher. All right, so now when we move forward... Right, look at that. We have 3 meters now. Look at that. Look at this beautifully balanced. It's jiggling a lot, actually. Look at the yaw and pitch and roll. It's like, it's not gone above 10. Oh, there we go. Oh shit, oh shit. It occasionally goes off the rails, so we'll use like a little, just like one little tiny bit of active balancing right on the front. Normally, it's unwise to use active balancers on a vehicle, a land vehicle, because it doesn't balance out. It'll be trying to like actively balance, but it's on like janky terrain. But this one is never on janky terrain because it janks its wheels to match the jank of the terrain. They should add like a better noise suppression algorithm to OBS, but instead of like cutting out like background noise and fuzz, it cuts out all the dumb bullshit I say. Actually, I'm pretty sure if you just crank a noise gate sensitivity low enough, it'll do that anyway. But look at how fast this thing goes. I've genuinely gained like 5 meters per second through the... Oh, never mind. It's like 15 meters per second. This is actually really neat. It works. I'm shocked that it works, but it works. Now, what on earth could we use this for, practically? Shit, I don't know. I don't know what practical use this has. We could put, the dumbest thing imaginable. We could put refineries on it, because refineries will explode violently if they tip. So, therefore, we can have a quick-moving refinery. I'm not sure the use case of that, but we can have a quick... Oh, it's gonna explode. Oh, never mind. It's not working, so it's not exploding. Just look at how it's, like, smooth it's riding. You know, the fact that it's kind of like jumping. As we hit even terrain, it should just level itself out real nice, right? Yeah. Alright, let's try it again. Just for my own sanity, so I know for a fact we're doing something. Okay, it's already struggling with these gaps. Oh my god, it's... You're not even going over anything. Those are like the tiniest ridges. And it's losing control. I'm like counter steering into it. It's just like whipping it to the side, and it's going the other side. It's just like trying to like go off to the side. It's like losing contact on one side and just... And now, if we turn it back on... Now, if we turn it back on, it won't do that. It won't just, like, go flying off to the side. It does it, like, a little bit, but that other one almost went 90 degrees. Huh. I don't know. There's not really a weapon system that wants to be stable. Or there's not, like, a weapon system that particularly requires stability. They all kind of like stability. I don't know. I think it's just kind of a cool-looking weapon system. I don't know if it has a use. But it'll be steady, damn it. If you have any idea for a practical use for this thing, or any other idea I could do, leave them in the comments section, or drop a suggestion in the suggestions channel over at my Discord. I'm much more likely to respond there. But either way, I think I have tweaked this enough, and I think I can call this good. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.